What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, bringing you another episode of Pokemon Y. This is episode number 31, and today we are taking on the Frost Cavern. Now, before we get into the episode, just would like to remind you guys of our like goal for this video, which is 50 likes, so if we can meet that, if you could just click that like button for me, that would be absolutely fantastic. And of course, as always, I do appreciate your supports. Now, last time, we finished off Route 16. We finished off, I don't think we did anything with the Lost Hotel. I actually think that was the episode before. But we did all that stuff. We went down to Lumio City, we came back, we explored Dendemil Town, and now we are ready for the Frost Cavern. We're up against the Smeargle here, as we really need to level up our Golurk a little bit. Everyone else on our team is up to level 50, and Golurk is just now growing up to level 46, and the trainers and their Pokemon are really starting to catch up as far as levels go. So we kinda need to get some work done here with this Golurk. Now, I don't think there are any other items that we can pick up here before heading into the cave, so let's just get right to it. Here we go. We cannot use the bike or the roller skates in this cave, so it's just going to be running and slipping and sliding on the ice, basically. So yeah, that is pretty much that. But I do want to use a Super Repel because I don't want to have to deal with wild Pokemon everywhere. I finally am just deciding now to actually organize my bag by alphabetical order because I'm tired of just searching for items because I never know where anything is. It's just not organized. It was just a big mess. There is an ice heal in this rock over here. I don't know if you really want to pick that up, though, because the chances of you being frozen are pretty slim. You could just use a full heal or something like that. Anyway, we're up against Ace Trainer Cordelia. Now, that is an interesting name if I've ever heard one. And she's going to have a Doublade. We've got our Golurk out here. We do outspeed because, well, actually, we're at the same level. But Golurk is faster because Doublade is just slow as balls. But it has so much physical defense that a Shadow Punch boosted by Iron Fist is not enough to take it out, and Night Slash does a decent amount of damage to us, and we can finish off the Doublade with a Shadow Punch. I feel like Golurk's going to have some trouble in this cave because there are quite a bit of trainers with like Ghost-type Pokemon, Ice-type Pokemon, and we want to worry about Wild Pokemon, obviously, because they have the Repels, but Golurk's weaknesses can be easily exploited here in the cave, so I probably should have just been training it and put something else in the box because Pyroar would actually be really good in this cave. So there's a hidden item over there, but I don't want to go over there just yet because I just don't. I want to see what's up here, and it turns out that there is a dire hit hidden in the rock. Anytime you're in a dungeon or a cave in a Pokemon game, there's all kinds of hidden items that you can find with the dowsing machine or the item finder, depending on what gen you're playing. But that is that. Let's head on over across the icy path here. And before we can get whatever item is over here that our dowsing machine is picking up, we're going to have to go up against Ace Trainer Neil. And he has 3 Pokemon, starting off with that Raichu. And that's a good matchup for me, because most of the attacks that Raichu commonly carries in in-game teams really cannot touch Golurk whatsoever. He's just going to go for the Tail Whip here. And that really doesn't bother me too much. It does lower my defense, but a Bulldoze, which is Stab, by the way, and is super effective on this Raichu, is just going to take it out. And we get a decent chunk of experience for that. Golduck is coming in next. And I'm going to stay in here. I don't know, that could have been a really silly thing to do. Kind of feel, I'm already regretting that. He's going to go for the Aqua Tail, and our defense is dropped due to the Tail Whip, so that combo is going to take out Golurk, which is really unfortunate. Level 42 this thing is at, so we should just go in here with Haxorus. I'm pretty confident that he doesn't have any kind of like ice-type move, because I think Golduck just gets Ice Beam, and that is a TM move, so most likely this thing does not have it. We do Outspeed, and Dragon Claw almost takes this thing out, but it survives with about 2.5 HP. Goes for that Zen Headbutt, which really doesn't do that much because it's not Stab, and Golduck's better offensive stat, I'm pretty sure, is its special attack. I feel like that would make more sense. Anyway, the Golurk did go down, but so did Golduck. And we are going to switch in our Aurorus here and allow it to get some work in. and some experience. It could use some experience. It's almost up to level 51. Out comes the Marowak, which is a pure ground type. And this thing's at level 43. We should be able to take it out with a Stab Icy Wind. We do outspeed, which is kind of crazy in itself because Marowak is so incredibly slow. Not Marowak. Aurorus is incredibly slow, but I guess Marowak is also incredibly slow. Everybody's incredibly slow. So we kind of need to revive Golurk, but I want to get whatever item is over here first. It's going to be a Dusk Ball. We can actually put that to some good use. Dusk Balls are handy for catching Pokemon at night or in caves because it's actually more effective. When it gets that boost, it's actually more effective than an Ultra Ball. So that's pretty cool. We do need to go ahead and get our revives out here, as I'm going to organize this bag as well, or this pocket of my bag. That way I can find everything, because I've wasted so much time just searching through the bag. I don't know, I was being stubborn about it. I was like, no, I'm not going to organize it. That is too girly. But I finally got in touch with my feminine side, and so now we have an organized bag. There is an Ice Heal in this rock over here, so that's the second one that we've picked up in like the last 5 minutes or so. So now we have to figure out this little ice puzzle. It's really not that much of a puzzle, though. You basically just need to work your way around the room. It's really not that difficult, although I will admit that I am pretty terrible at it. So before we get out of this Frost Cavern, I'm definitely going to be caught in one of these puzzles for a while. So just, you're going to have to bear with me, or just skip through the parts. I think it's kind of funny that I can't get through some of the easier sections. But we're up against a hiker here. And he's starting off with a Relicanth, level 42, and it does have pretty good defenses, so a Bulldoze is not going to be enough to take it out. He's going to go for a Rock Tomb, which does absolutely jack diddly squat to Golurk, but it does reduce our speed, so we kind of just traded lowering each other's speed there, which is kind of interesting. Now we get the crit, of course, because that's how it works. Anytime you're like 100% guaranteed to knock out a Pokemon, that's when you get the crits. Rhydon is coming out next. We're going to stay in here because Rhydon cannot do anything to us. We should resist just about all of his moves except for a ground type move, but I don't think he knows any at that level. He's at level 42. I think Rhyhorn actually evolves at level 42. He's going to go, oh, Bulldoze. Okay, didn't think about that. But it still really doesn't do that much damage. Now we can go for the Heavy Slam because that is going to be super effective on rock types like Rhydon. Rhydon looks really cool this generation. Like, the model, they just nailed it. Really looks cool. Golurk's going to go up to level 47, and look at that 153 attack stat. That is craziness. Craziness. Not as crazy as Haxorus, but it's up there. Definitely up there. Now, we're going to go over to the west side of the room and continue moving west in the cavern. And we've got some more trainers to fight, it looks like. This is going to be a double battle between a Psychic, or not between, but against a Psychic and a Black Belt. It's called Brains and Brawn. So they have a special name when they're together. Oh, okay. Your friendship has special titles. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just don't understand. So they have Grumpig and Hariyama here. We're going to go for a Shadow Punch with Golurk on that Grumpig. And then we can Mega Evolve and go for a Force Palm on the Hariyama. I'm pretty sure the Shadow Punch will take out this Grumpig. I know Grumpig's pretty bulky, but he's bulkier, much bulkier on the special side usually. So I'm talking about base stats here, so not usually. He is bulkier on the special side. He's going to go for the Psyshock on the Lucario. That really doesn't do that much damage at all. There is the Shadow Punch, and that takes out the Grumpig in one shot. So that is fantastic. We're going to get a nice bit of experience there. Cowpate the second, growing up to level 51. Look at that. Look at that attack stat, 200. Of course, that's his attack stat as a Mega, and that's not even including the adaptability boost. So he just does so much damage. Wake Up Slap does do a considerable amount of damage to Lucario because it is super effective. And this Hariyama is going to go down this turn, though. We can just go for a Metal Claw. We definitely outspeed because Hariyama is pretty freaking slow. It's even slower than our Golurk. And down it goes to that. We get another very nice chunk of experience. Haxorus, in fact, is going to grow up to level 51. Hawlucha's growing up to level 42. Don't care about that, but he's just going to continue to grow levels as long as we keep him in our party. And I need him. I absolutely need him because he has all of the good HM moves. So I kind of am thinking that I missed something over here, because I don't think I went to the north side of the room. Did I? We're gonna go up there now. No, you see what I'm talking about? Like, I'm pointing at the screen right now, but you guys can't see it. There's a little like section up there that I did not go to, and now I can't even figure out how to get back to where the hiker is, because that's how we get to that little area. So this is what I was talking about. I'm terrible in these little ice things, these little puzzles. Like the hardest thing for me as a kid was Gold and Silver's Ice Cavern. I don't know why I was just so terrible at it. I just was. So there we go. Let's go up now, and there is an item up here. What is it? It is an ice heal, the third ice heal. I did all that for an ice heal. I just wasted everyone's time, including my own. Alright, well, that was definitely not worth it. But at least we can say we got all the items over there. Now we can go this way and battle this guy, Black Belt, and get some more experience and all of that fun stuff. Alonzo is his name, and he's going to start off with a Scrafty. So, fighting in dark, that's an okay typing to go up against. We are weak to dark, though, so hopefully he doesn't have, like, a gajillion and a half dark type moves. He has Feint Attack. That's not what I wanted to see. That does a lot of damage because Scrafty has a really above average attack stat. Bulldoze is not even a 2-hit KO. That is not good. We were able to lower Scrafty's speed though, but we're going to have to switch out, I guess, unless I really want to try to play like min-max damage. But even then, I don't know if that would be enough to take this thing out. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to switch in our Lucario if he wants to go for a Dark-type move that is going to be resisted. So, hoping the Feint Attack is coming our way. It is. And Cowpay the second tanking that like a beast. And we can go for a Force Palm here. That should definitely take out the Scrafty from that HP range. And it does. So, Scrafty goes down. And we're able to save both of our Pokemon. So, that's good. Very good. Shinobi growing up to level 51. And Throw is coming up next. Now, I kind of want to just go back into Golurk here, because they don't normally carry Dark-type moves, or Ghost-type moves. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. We're doing it. We're taking the risk. We're bringing in the Golurk. If he only has fighting and normal-type moves, he just won't be able to hit us at all, and it'll be a good time. It should take 3 hits to KO this thing, though, because Throw has a very high HP stat. It's just difficult to bring down. We're going to go for the Iron Defense here, because if he has any moves... Oh, he has Bulldoze. Okay, that's not going to do that much with the Iron Defense. That does about, what was it, 12 HP? He lowers our speed, but it really just doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything whatsoever. We can... I was thinking about healing up, but he can't KO us unless he gets a crit. So, with that being said, we're going to go for a Shadow Punch here. And yeah, he does about like 12 or 13 HP worth of damage there. We're going to go for the Shadow Punch. And that does maybe about 30%. Jeez. Throw is so thick. So thick. And we have a 3-level advantage on this thing too. Goes for the Bulldoze. I think that's his only move that he can hit us with. And that's why he's just spamming it. We're down to 17 HP. And we need him to not crit or get max damage here. And he doesn't do either. We survive with 4 HP. Golurk punching Throw in the face for a 3rd time. That's finally going to be enough. Finally, this thing just falls on its face. And Golurk just barely scraping by, but it was enough. He survived. We definitely need to heal up. Definitely, because there's some more trainers coming up. And we actually have a run-in with Team Flare coming up at one point or another. I don't know. It's towards the end of the cave. But there we go. Using a Hyper Potion, we get Cowboy the second and Golurk back up to full health. So we are ready for any more challenges that we may be up against here in the Frost Cavern. Now, there is an optional area over here if you have Surf. And if you have Eevee, it's even better because you can now evolve it in this room next to this Icy Rock into Glaceon, sorry. And the only thing that you have to do is just level it up. Just make it grow a level with the wild Pokemon here, and that'll be enough to make it evolve. So that is cool. There's also an Icy Rock, and that's, what does that do? What does it do? Oh, yes! It increases the duration of Hail when you're using either, like, something with... snow warning, like Abomasnow, or if you're just using the move Hail, it increases the duration of it from 5 turns to 8 turns. It works very similar to the Heat Rock, which works for Sunny Day and Drought users, and the Damp Rock, which works for Drizzle users and Rain Dance and that kind of thing. Alright, so we're up against a Battle Girl here, and she's starting off with Sawk, level 43, going for that payback. Doesn't get the boost because he goes first. And the Bulldoze doesn't even do half. I really need to get Earthquake on this Golurk, but I think he doesn't learn it until like level 50 or something like that. Shadow Punch with the boost, however, is going to take this Sawk out from that range. We're going to go up to level 48, which is absolutely fantastic. And we'll see what she's going to come out with next. It's going to be the Mienshao. And I really thought that Mienfoo didn't even evolve until level 50. I could be mistaken about that. It seems kind of high, but I thought it was 50. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. Or maybe this Battle Girl's just cheating. Anyway, we're going for an Iron Defense there because I know this thing is just waiting to destroy us. He's just going for Rock Slide, though. I guess he doesn't get any Dark-type moves or doesn't have any at this point. We're going to go for a Bulldoze, lower its speed, and yeah, it's not going to be enough to take it out. Actually, Shadow Punch may have taken it out, so maybe I should have went for that. It's not going to matter. Oh, it is. It is going to matter because he still outspeeds, even after the speed drop, and we're going to flinch, so he's going to get yet another Rock Slide off, and that is really unfortunate. Now we can go for a Heavy Slam. And that is going to finish off this Mienshao and get us some decent experience as well. So that is cool. We're actually already just about halfway up to level 49, even after just like one battle? We got a lot of experience from that. Alright, we already battled those guys up there, so we just need to go south. Looks like we're heading south. I should probably heal up Golurk again. I'm using all kinds of potions and Moo Milks and just everything to keep Golurk healthy here, because he was a little bit behind. I think when I pulled him out of the PC, he was only at level 45, and everyone else is at level 50. So I really should have switched things around, because Golurk doesn't do too well here in the Frost Cavern as far as typing goes. I know there's a lot of fighting types, but a lot of them carry Dark-type moves too. So I really want to get that item, but it's not working out. Not working out. Anyway, what I was saying was that I should have switched it around so that I had Golurk for the previous routes and then switched in Pyroar for the Frost Cavern. That would make more sense, but no! I just have to do it the hard way. Anyway, we picked up a Max Repel there, which is cool because I use them all the time. I go through Max Repels like it's candy or something. Apparently there's no items in here, but we do have a couple of trainers. One of these, I think, heals up our Pokemon. It's going to be this one, so I did not need to use those potions after all, or Moo Milks, or whatever it is that I just used to heal up Golurk. It happened like 60 seconds ago, and I already forget because apparently I just have an old person's memory. Anyway, this guy is going to battle us, but we can heal up right after the battle, so that part is cool. In comes Graveler to start things off. And of course, we're starting off with Golurk like we have all episode because we're still catching up. We're only at level 48. We can go for a Bulldoze because that's going to be super effective, and we're actually faster than this Graveler. It takes him down to the Sturdy and lowers his speed, not that that matters. He's going to go for a Bulldoze too. So if he has like a team of like 3 Gravelers or something, we're actually going to be slower than them, which is kind of silly. But yep. Going to go for the Heavy Slam here. That's going to finish him off. We could have done anything. We could have sneezed on this Graveler and he would have fainted because he only had 1 HP. And I'm pretty sure if Sneeze was a Pokemon move, I don't know what type it would be. Maybe Poison? Or Fire. How about that? Or Dragon? I don't know. I'm getting carried away. But pretty sure it would do more than 1 HP. In comes another Graveler. This one's at level 41. We can go for Bulldoze. We're still faster than this Graveler. Even though we're a Golurk at -1 speed and we're outspeeding Gravelers. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. He's going to go for a Bulldoze, so now we're going to be at -2 speed. If I outspeed the next Graveler, I will probably just cry. Let's go for a Heavy Slam. And that'll finish off the Graveler. I'm guessing that his next Pokemon is going to be a Graveler. We got a crit there, because that definitely mattered, of course. Carbink, actually, is going to be his next Pokemon. Okay. Well, this thing's definitely going to outspeed, but we can go for the 4-time super effective Heavy Slam, and he's going to skill swap us the Clear Body, and he's going to get Iron Fist. So, yeah, I'm kind of afraid of all those punching moves that Carbink definitely has. But he won't get a chance to use them because Heavy Slam just takes it out from full health. And we're almost up to level 49, but not quite. Not quite. But we can go heal up and just get all of our like PP and everything restored. That'll be nice. That'll be nice indeed. And we can come back here at any time and get ourselves healed up. So I may just take advantage of that. Oh, we have a hidden item here somewhere. Ah, on the rock. It's always those suspicious rocks. Super Potion. I'm sure I can put that to good use. I use potions all the time because I don't like running back to Pokemon centers. My DS battery is actually about to run out. I should have plugged it in. But we got through the entire episode anyway. This is a good place to stop. Next time we will finish up the Frost Cavern and go from there. So I want to thank you all for watching, as always. And don't forget to leave a like on this video. Help us reach that like goal. I do appreciate it. And I will see you all for the next episode. But until then, game on.